Hey, what's up, man? So today we got Big Mike back on the platform. What up, Big Mike?
What's the word, big boy?
Not much, man. There's a lot going on in these YouTube streets. It's a lot going on in Chicago. It's a lot going on in social media. But what you been up to, man? How you living?
I've been chilling, man. Just staying out the way, focusing, trying to stack some money. The summertime coming up, man. You know, I got a lot of stuff I'm trying to do this summer, so I just been focusing. That's all.
Okay, so you getting your mind right, your money right, ready for war, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
Now, what's up with this new look, man? I see the boxing gloves, man. What's going on here?
Man, there's some little, you know, some little stuff that I don't agree with that somebody done said about my little brother. You know, somebody that, you know, supposed to been this homie type. And I feel like what he said, you know what I'm saying, he could have handled that situation a little better. But since he handled it how he handled it, then, you know, it is what it is.
Okay, man. So, man, let's get right into it then. You know what I mean? So recently, King Yella went on social media, and first he went viral for something that was involving another rapper, Herbo. Now, King Yella, I guess he's doing an interview tour, and on one of his interviews, Yella called Herbo soft for not reacting when someone threw the rakes up in his face. Now, in our last interview, you applauded Herbo for taking the mature route, looking out for his money and everything. Now, what do you think about King Yella's comments about Herbo?
King Yella ain't got no money or nowhere near the amount of clout that Herbo got. So somebody who really ain't got no clout and ain't got no money, you can easily pop off like that. You know what I'm saying? You get sued, you ain't even worth really no money, bro. So like, it's like really no backlash behind it. All it would have been King Yella hits fan. You know what I'm saying? That would have been the caption, you know what I'm saying? This man got money, he got, you know, he done had all type of legal problems and all type of shit, bro. Like, why is he finna sit up here and do this? That's coming from a goofy nigga, bro. On some 100 shit coming from, if you mad because that man didn't react how y'all wanted him to react. He reacted the way he was supposed to react as a man. You know what? I'm out of bounds. This a lame ass fan. You came to see me. I came to get paid. I got paid to walk through this. I'm finna get my money. I'm finna go back home to my family, my peoples. You feel me? Some people just, come on now. Yella not gonna bust a grape in a fruit fight, man. Stop playing, bro. You wouldn't have did shit to that fan. I guarantee you wouldn't.
Yeah, it seems like something easy to say, but when you're in that situation and there's money on the line, you got to back in and all that coming, you got to just do your walkthrough and stuff like that. And you know, if something goes crazy in the club, the promoter's not trying to pay you that back end because they think about the money that they lost if the night ends up a tragedy, you know?
For sure.
So it's like, you don't know what it says in his contract, his price, all sorts of clauses that say, hey, if you cause any trouble or whatnot, we're not going to pay you. So Herbo might have an incentive to say, hey, man, I'm not about to mess up this money, right?
I'm definitely not. If I was Herbo and I'm in his position, I would have did the same exact thing he did, bro. He got money. He works. You feel me? Like, he not just no average no more. He not just no street. That's a whole celebrity, bro. Like, he can't just be out here reacting to everybody.
Yeah. And
you got to be smarter. He out of bounds, bro. You don't know what type of gang dude was connected to, what type of people he had up in there, who was outside, anything. I would have played that thing exactly how Herbo played it. I would have laughed that dude ass and kept it pushing.
Yeah, and some people online were saying, you know, doing just a little research, that, you know, the club was packed with GDs, so it would have been a dumb move anyway.
Like, come on now. Like, everybody that's saying like he's soft for not doing nothing, those are the people that's really soft. That's saying it. You know what I'm saying? You remedial to even think like that. Like, you wanted that man to take off on somebody for flashing a symbol? Man, beat it.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I thought everybody was on the same accord. So this brings up our first question, right? So Is walking away a sign of strength or weakness in today's drill culture?
Man, that's a strength, man. If you're able to walk away from a situation that's not even that deep, some small that you could walk away from, and three things can happen. You could save your life, you could save his life, or you could save yourself from going to jail by walking away from some little shit like that. Did that man put his hands on him?
Nope.
He just flashed the GD symbol in his face. That was it. He didn't touch him. He ain't spit on him. He ain't do nothing that's supposed to make a man react. He just flashed the symbol in his face. You did that, get the on. You a goofy. You looking for a viral moment, and I'm not about to give it to y'all.
Yeah, I mean, most people with a strong mind would think that way, man, would say, hey, man, especially when there's money on the line. And we talked about this several times. G Herbo in the past year is at a level in his career that he's never been. Actually having big hit songs, doing tours all over the place. Like, to mess up that bag would be crazy, right?
You know what I'm saying? Just think about, like, a lot of the successful rappers in the industry. You know what I'm saying? People like Jay-Z, 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? Do you think that these dudes about to pop off when they walking past a fan say something crazy, or a fan flash a symbol in their face? You think he finna react off that? He gonna laugh at him, probably tell security, man, get him out of here. You feel me? You think he about to lash out? That's soft because he took a different route than choosing violence over something so small. No, sir. He did the right thing. Yella.
Now, next, Big Mike, I want to talk about this. So King Yella didn't end there, man. There's a clip going viral right now where King Yella is talking about Wooski on several different platforms and on his own platform. Now, first off, it seemed pretty light because he made some comments and said, King Yella had said that Wooski used to be one of them guys, but then he kind of put in a backhanded compliment. He said he isn't the same now. Now, when he said that initially, what did you think?
It's just he out, and he doing the same shit that everybody that's against my little brother doing. You was the same that got on Adam ass and told Adam that that's not cool to be talking about somebody like that, talking about somebody headshot. You know what I'm saying? Talk about some trauma that somebody had went through. You got on Adam ass. It's a whole video you riding around in the car, and you making your video saying that Adam bogus for talking crazy about Woosie playing with the headshot and this and that. Him saying that you banned from Chicago ain't that serious for you to sit up there and play with that situation. You claim Wooski was your homie. Wooski claimed that you his homie. That's something y'all supposed to sit down and talk about, like, hold on. You know what I'm saying? Or you could have made the videos, he could have made a response and be like, nigga, ain't nobody gonna stop me from coming to Chicago. I'll be there tomorrow. I wish would do something to me or something like that. But going into the whole, you doing everything that his ops is doing, like his ops told him like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you was just a mother who was going to bat for him no matter what the situation is. That one situation shouldn't have created this much of bad blood, bro. It shouldn't have created that to the point where you out here doing the same that all his ops was doing, the same you got on Adam ass for doing. You doing it now. So it's cool for you to do it, but when they was doing it, you was on their ass. But now you doing it, now it's cool. Like, it's okay for Yella to talk about Wooski. You know what I'm saying? Like he's slow or something like that. You feel me? Like, bro, your ass a goofy.
Nah, that was crazy to hear. Now, here's another question on top of that. Does surviving trauma change how the streets view you? Because when you look at Woosie's situation, he definitely survived a miracle situation, to be real with you, man. Now, you could be happy on a certain end, but does the trauma change how the streets view you?
I wouldn't necessarily do, but it kind of do, because I get to looking at you different, like they be trying to say he ain't the same no more, like that. These be motherfuckers who don't even be around him, though. You know what I'm saying? These be people saying this that don't even be around lil' bro. So how you gonna know if he the same or not when you ain't around? Y'all see him on the interviews, and because he don't want to talk, y'all think that he's slow. He's saving himself from the dumb that all you niggas is out here doing. Y'all going on the interviews and all that type of and y'all putting information out there and y'all building Ricos on y'all self.
Good,
Lil,
true.
You feel me? Lil bro ain't trying to be a part of none of that, man.
Now, when it comes to Wooski and his recovery or whatnot, since you've been home, you've been with him throughout this whole process. So what does that process look like? Does he go to speech therapy and things like that?
No, that was like when it initially happened. You know what I'm saying? He got shot in the head so long ago. You know what I'm saying? That's like he had to go through the rehab phase, you know, when he got out of the hospital. So that involves speech, walking, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Just getting come on, that's a headshot. You know what I'm saying? That he survived at that though. Like, let's talk about how he survived it though. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to keep on playing games and stuff. Like, let's talk about how he survived it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yella could walk outside tomorrow and catch a bullet to the head and not survive. You know what I'm saying? So it's like playing with that, like, especially for somebody you used to call your homie. Like, you took that as an opportunity to make some money. I get what you did. You took that situation of him and C5 saying you banned from Chicago to troll and make some money. And I seen what you said. You said, can't nobody with you with this internet. You said, can't nobody with you with this internet. You the internet king because you like to troll. You just over got down on somebody you called your homie though, like, over got down on him. Like, you was saying up and down, make him want to shoot you in your face, bro.
It's crazy, man. It seems like a very tense situation.
It is, and it could be a small situation that could lead to something more than what it gotta be. Like, y'all homies, bro. Why can't y'all talk about that? Why I gotta go into trauma and like that? Like, Wooski ain't even really saying about you.
Yeah. Now, I want to actually get into the depth of this. So Wooski reportedly banned King Yella from Chicago, and Yella responded online, right? Now, what prompted Wooski and C5 to actually say that King Yella is banned?
I think it's something about C5 girl. I'm not for sure of the situation because this situation, I ain't even talk to my little brother about because there's some shit that I feel like Lil Bro and Yella could, you know what I'm saying, sit down and talk about or whatever, hash they little problems out or whatever, because, I mean, they was homies at once upon a time, and the internet is turning homies against homies all the time, bro. And we allowing this goofy ass to happen. Like, every day we allowing fans, we allowing goofy ass streamers and bloggers to turn us against each other and like that. You know what I'm saying? But you using your words and you trolling it and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got the internet. You got the internet. Yeah, I give you that. On the trolling, talking about people, getting information on people, all that type of, you got that, gang. You definitely got that, bro. I give you that. He definitely a professional troll talker.
Now, do you think this will have any issues in the street? Because, you know, they're so close, and you know when people are close, it usually comes to something crazy.
I don't think it's going to lead to no street because, like I said, the situation ain't even really that deep. You feel me? Just think about since, you know what I'm saying, Stone Ages and stuff, men been beefing over women. A lot of wars in Chicago are started over women. They just banned Yella from Chicago because he said something about C5 girl. Allegedly, that's what I think that's what's going on. I think Yella then said some stuff about C5 girl. C5 trying to figure out why is you bringing his girl up and you know that his girl and you supposedly with him. You know what I'm saying? Why is you bringing my girl up type? So if this go into some other, guess what this gonna be about? A girl.
That's crazy.
Because he said something about bro girl. Now I get, you know what I'm saying? That's your girl. You gonna stand up for your girl, you feel me? Like, you gotta say something about your girl and you don't stand up for her. That says a lot about you as a man anyway. So I get where C5 coming from. The whole banning from Chicago thing, I think it's something deeper than that. I think it's something deeper. I think it's some other inside that they got going on, that they got problems with Yella about. And maybe they didn't talk to him about this before, and you know what I'm saying? Now tensions is building up and, you know, weird going on.
Now, here goes another question. Does anyone really have the power to ban someone from the whole city?
I mean, ain't nobody got, because it's like, in order for you to be able to ban somebody from the whole city, you got to be plugged in with damn near every block. And by you not being plugged in with every block, now they probably saying they banning them off GD blocks, but I don't see that happening either. Yella, he from a block out there, so it's like he'll still be able to come to Chicago and move around, but you know what I'm saying? If Nick is serious, he gonna have to come in and duck his taco and stay out the way when he come in, because he know how Chicago is. We all know how Chicago is.
Now, is something being said like that, like you're banned from the city, is that more of a symbolic gesture, or can that be real? Can they really like say, hey man, you can't come to these blocks right here or whatnot?
That's really what it be, because you can't tell nobody that they banned from the city, because the motherfuckers still come to the city. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking when they saying ban, like if Yella come to the city, and let's just say he got, you know, the nigga want to be a comedian. So let's just say he got a comedy show. They saying ban because if they find out he got a comedy show, oh, we could go shut that comedy show down, nigga. We just told you banned from hell. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that, which I don't think nothing gonna happen behind it. I feel like it's gonna stay on the internet. But because you know what I'm saying, he jumped on the internet and played crazy with the headshot situation like that, and now it's like you doing what the fans doing, and you doing what all his ops doing, which is going against him and trolling him with the headshot. So King Yella, since you want to play with my brother, and you got the internet, you know what I'm saying? You got the internet. I'm gonna give you that. You got the internet. But I got these though. On the guys, I got these. I don't get what we gotta do. You could tag Gilly them in this, whoever, bro. Whoever you gotta tag up here for me and you to get our ones in on, bro, we gotta run it, gang. We gotta run it. Cause I want to show everybody that this man is not tough, bro. I want to show everybody that this man is all talk. This ain't gotta go to no street. We ain't no guns involved, none of that. This could be live TV, internet, wherever. Me and you in the gloves on, bro. I'm gonna put you down, gang.
We need to get, what is it, Aiden Ross involved, man.
Aiden Ross. Anybody y'all got to tag in this to set up that fight between us, bro, on the guys. I'm gonna put them down.
I think that would be a cool way to settle this, man, outside of some street stuff, man. So
it is. Like, cause I can't just let that slide. Like, I looked at you as one of my brother homies, bro. And then I go to the internet, okay, he did, you know what I'm saying? Wooski did, you know, they on some bullshit, they talking about you banned from Chicago. But even if a nigga was once my homie, I'm still not gonna bring up no traumatic ass, bro. Like, this still used to be my homie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a traumatic ass experience he went through at one of his homies' funeral.
That's crazy, man. Did you ever think it would get that bad between them where, you know?
I ain't never think I would see Yella on the internet talking the same as my brother ops and the fans that don't like him. He doing the same thing. So it's like, damn, now I'm looking at you different. You feel me? Because there was a respect thing with me and him. I respect the dude, you feel me? But once you got up there and did that, like, that's my little brother. I'm a protector. At the end of the day, I'm a protector, bro. That's number one, bro, on the guys. Like, my little brother ain't got a bump with you. This ain't got to go to the streets or nothing. We can end this with one fight. Tag Aiden Ross, get a little kid and them, whoever y'all got to do. Bro, we can end this with one fight. I'm going to put you down.
Okay, well, the challenge has been laid, man. And we'll leave that where it is, man. And we'll see what King Yella says in response. You know what I mean?
He ain't going to do patrol. That's all he going to do. I guarantee you he not going to try to get in contact to get in these, bro. He not going to want to get in these. I'm telling you. everything that he about to say, when he make his response, oh, what the fuck I'm arguing with a snitch for? I'm not finna get in the ring with no snitch. That's all that's finna be coming out this man's mouth, bro.
Yeah, he go. Yeah,
that's all that's finna be coming out his mouth, bro. But I guarantee you, he not gonna set that up for us to get in these, bro. I bet you he not. If he normal, put his ass down.
Hey, that's crazy, man. We'll see, man. We'll see how that plays out, man. All right, man. So Big Mike, next, I wanted to go to another subject, man, that's relatively hot right now, man. Now, Chief Keef just recently was in the studio being seen doing a song with NBA YoungBoy. And this has got Chicago streets, social media going crazy because, you know, there's an assumed alliance with Chicago and the BDs and Chief Keef and a lot of people in that chain, man. So Chief Keef was seen in the studio, and some fans are with NBA YoungBoy, and some fans are calling him disloyal for doing a song with NBA YoungBoy because of Durk's history with him. What do you think about this whole Chief Keef and NBA YoungBoy situation?
It can only be disloyal if was loyal. You feel me? So by Keef going through so much, like breaking his crib, stealing his clothes, that was loyalty. Now I get what I'm saying because it's supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, loyalty to O. You know what I'm saying? YoungBoy then you know what I'm saying, then basically said to O. You know what I'm saying? So I get what people saying, like you in this man's presence, and you know what I'm saying, you shout out OD all the time, you had him in your song, it's O in or no in, and then, you know what I'm saying, now you in the studio with the nigga who be, you know, basically acting crazy.
Now, Chief Keef has famously put a lot of the names from Chicago rappers and guys who weren't even rappers. Like people, he put them in songs and made them famous, you know, like D Rose, even T Roy, like a lot, like they're in prominent songs and stuff like that.
Right.
And it makes you wonder like where the line was drawn. And it got people online to guessing where there might have been a break. Now, you talked about the situation where Chief Keef's house was allegedly robbed, but a lot of people are pointing to other situations out there, man. So where do you think that the loyalty was broken between OBlock and Chief Keef?
Well, especially the situation with, you know what I'm saying, everybody, where it really happened at is his cousin. You know what I'm saying? His cousin, Blood Money. His cousin had got killed, I want to say back in 2014. His cousin here got killed, Blood Money here got killed, and I don't know, for some reason, you know what I'm saying, Vaughn name that came up in it, and people swearing up and down that, you know what I'm saying, Vaughn was the one who did it or whatever. That's when everything started, you know what I'm saying, because that was his cousin, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then, you know what I'm saying, he hearing that Vaughn had something to do with it, so it's like, damn, it was never no loyalty to me, like type. Like this allegedly though, because don't know who know if Vaughn killed Blood Money or not though. You know what I'm saying? So
that's one of the big rumors out there. And you know, it's been there for a while because of a line that King Von had said in a song where he talked about his homie thinks I snaked out his cousin. And a lot of people took that and put the pieces together and said that Chief Keef had actually asked Von backstage at a concert before, hey, did you have something to do with setting up my cousin?
Right.
Now, had you heard that same thing, or what did you think about that?
I ain't never heard that they was backstage and he asked them, but if we both homies and you know your name came up and that, you know what I'm saying, have it to my cousin, hell yeah, I'm gonna pull you to the side and ask you about it because I want to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had something, you supposed to be my homie. Like, we like this. Like, you know, we used to be like this. Like, you had something to do with my cousin, bro? You know what I'm saying? So, I get that. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm feeling like a lot of the Keef is doing right now is to show me, like, y'all ain't never had no loyalty to me, so I ain't got no loyalty to y'all. And this business, too, it's a business proposition, you know, probably offer him some money he could refuse.
Yeah. And NBA YoungBoy, his label, the pockets are real deep, so they kind of probably offered him a lot of money.
You know that. You know they offered him a lot of money to do that song. Chief Keef ain't cheap.
Nah, not at all. Because, you know, he's got that legendary status.
You know
People
that.
are always going to gravitate to whatever feature that he's on. It's almost an instant, you know, viral hit right there. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Now, there have been rumors online claiming that King Von allegedly has something to do with blood money being set up. And fans speculate that might explain why Sosa never aligned with Von.
It probably is, because if I think you had something to do with my cousin, like I'm hanging with you, I'm being disloyal to my cousin and my family that's trying to figure out what happened to my cousin. Like, what the fuck happened? You feel me? So me hanging around you and hee ha ha and you know what I'm saying? Like that, nah. Because I need to know first. I can't be, you know what I'm saying? I'm hanging with the enemy right now. I can't do that. I need to know what's going on first, because I don't know if you're going to try to slime me out because I figured out you was the one who did that to my cousin.
Yeah, you got to look at it both ways. Like,
yeah.
Chief Keef doesn't know if it's fact or not, and he's got to be cautious as well, right?
He definitely got to be cautious, because, you know what I'm saying, he ain't off limits. Feel me? Ain't nobody in this world off limits, bro. So, like, you never know what the next person's thinking. And if this is the situation, you know what I'm saying, the Von probably like, see, I got to hurry up and smoke his ass before he end up trying to do something to me. And Keith like, you know what, let me bag up off this and fall back till I find out what really happened, and then I can assess the situation, you feel me?
Yeah. Now, we've talked previously about how Chief Keef kind of isolated himself away from everybody in the Chicago drill scene except for his immediate circle, right? Mm-hmm. Now, Chief Keef and King Von were both major Chicago figures, but they never seemed closely aligned. What do you think about that perception out there?
That him and Von was never closely aligned?
Yeah.
I mean, Keef just, he started seeing the shit that was going on. He see who is who hang with who really gonna ride with who, you know what I'm saying? All that was done to him, which I don't know much. I know he was sending money. People were spending it on themselves. They was stealing clothes. All type of just little weird shit that was being done to him. So him not aligning himself with people was, nigga, y'all forgot? I ain't forgot, but did y'all forgot? It's just like, as you stick it's like a lion's den. You stick your hand up in there and that lion grab your, but he let it go. That's a warning. You stick it in there again and he grab your again, and this time you was able to yank your free. That third time, he gonna take your whole hand off. Keith ain't stupid, man. He'd have been in the lion's den too many times and got down on him, bro. Then played him like he was a goofy. He not going in that lion's den a third time.
Now, do you think that this was personal, political, or just different circles?
I ain't gonna lie. I think him doing the feature with YoungBoy is definitely personal. I feel like it's a message. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a message letting, you know what I'm saying, letting them know, like, I'm the reason y'all is who y'all is in the first place, bro.
And he kind of made a message on social media that said that. Like, he made a post recently that said, I made them who they are.
On as far as transitioning from street to rap, he definitely made OBlock what it is. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people with Keef, he was he was over there rapping, you know what I'm saying, doing this thing. Everybody with him.
Now, what would make somebody backstab somebody who's doing so much for them? How come that always seems to be a thing that happens in the streets? Like, it's like the more you do for people, the easier it becomes for them to backstab you.
Because, like, you give a finger, they want your whole hand. They want your whole hand. It's never enough. People always pocket watching, you know what I'm saying? All type, and they paying attention. You get 10,000. A week later, he trying to get back in your pocket. What you do with that 10,000 I gave you? You ain't go invest. You ain't do nothing. So basically, y'all looking at me like the ATM machine. Like, I'm just a cash cow. Like, I'm just supposed to keep on passing my money out and go broke taking care of y'all when y'all ain't even doing it for y'allself.
That's crazy, man. You know, you would expect cats to be more loyal, but then you kind of don't expect cats to be more loyal, right?
It always, in every hood, a nigga in the hood that been backdoored by somebody.
That's true.
In every hood, bro, it's somebody that have been backdoored. You that showed let's just say you came in your crib, it's two of your homies with you, y'all up in there, you grab out the little spot that you be putting it in, you put the back. When you come back, that shit be gone. That's 3 pounds of loud that these ain't got. And they looking at it like, he ain't gonna think it was me. I'm finna come back in here and get this. It had happened before. That's why I'm saying it. It had happened before. You know what I'm saying? Left my auntie door open and was trying to come in her crib and steal, you know what I'm saying, her little boyfriend watches. One of the guys on the block unlocked the back door, hurry up and left. We all leaving. But if some told me to check that back door, but I didn't. But he got caught in there, so it's like.
So y'all ended up catching him in there stealing?
Yes, we caught him in there because we ended up against that we were supposed to grab up out of there. And cuz mama was already on his ass like, y'all need to get up out my crib. She knew we was there. And then when we all left, you know what I'm saying, we had to come back for something. I don't remember what it was, but as we was coming back, you know what I'm saying, we seen the door open. So we go up in there. We go in there. It's one of the guys. I ain't even gonna put him out there, but it's one of the guys. And I promise this nigga up in there, his whole face, like, I ain't never seen no black person face turn red. Man, his whole face turned red. That man, look, he say, man, I left something in here. We like, how you get in here though? He like, the door was unlocked. No, you unlocked the door so you could back door when we left. You were trying to steal on watches. That's lame, man. But that's what goes on in every hood, bro.
Now, can you say what happened to that guy after you caught him?
He ain't die. Just know that.
Okay.
This around the time where we was gang banging heavily, so it was a violation that came with that.
Okay. Now, in a situation like that, the violation, is it, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's like a heavy penalty, right?
Oh, yeah. He really ain't want to accept it. So he kind of balled up, but he still got fucked up though, so.
That's crazy, man. Caught him red-handed trying to steal, bro.
Red-handed. It used to be like that all the time on the block. Like, you would catch red-handed. Back then, they didn't even know how to back though. Because niggas was always getting caught. They was always getting caught.
You hear a lot of those stories, especially in rap, man. And this goes Chicago. This goes everywhere. LA. This goes everywhere where you hear, one of their homies got caught stealing out the back of their house or something like that. Yeah. So, I mean, you would understand Chief Keef still having that kind of that anger because, you know, when somebody tries you like that, you still carry that with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that ain't something that you let go because if y'all did that to me, what else would y'all do to me? I'm y'all homie. If y'all would break into my crib, steal my shit, you know what I'm saying? Money I'm sending y'all to do certain shit with, y'all spending it on y'all self and then making it seem like I ain't putting money on this block. No, I ain't going like that no more. He wised up, he got up out of there, and now he bigger than all they ass.
Now that's extra, that's crazy. So Chief Keef was allegedly, you know, giving money back to the hood. And cats were taking that money and spending it on themselves instead of spreading it out, huh?
Exactly. It was dudes that was, you know what I'm saying? It could be anything, you know what I'm saying? Man, we need this on the block. We need that on the block. All right, I'm finna cash, or I'm about to zeal you this 5,000. He didn't zeal that man 5,000. You think that man finna go do what he was supposed to do with that 5 bands? Hell no. He went in finito when he did a little bit with it. But the rest went on you. That's how you got that designer outfit on with them designer shoes.
That's crazy, man. Now, what do you think about Chief Keef changing his profile picture to his cousin Blood Money?
basically a statement. You know what I'm saying? Letting it be known, like, you feel me? I know what's going on now. You feel me? That boy ain't stupid, man. Keef ain't dumb at all. He slapped all it. It's him letting them, and a lot of those over there new, so he don't even know half of that block. Cause I don't even know half of that block. So he don't even know half of the that's on that block.
Yeah, because that turnover is quick, right? Especially in the hood, man.
So you got the 8 and 9-year-olds that's 17, 18 years old now. That was young as hell. So we really don't know these dudes. You feel me? These shorties that's coming up nowadays. And he don't know they these are statements he making. Nigga, I started that. I made that. I got us in the door with it. Basically, to me, telling them niggas they his sons.
Now, King Yella also spoke out about this, I should say. King Yella called out fans for attacking Chief Keef over collabing with YoungBoy. Do fans insert themselves too deeply into these street beefs?
They always insert themselves too deeply into the streets. You feel me? Like, fans always get into it that ain't got nothing to do with them. Like, but it's the internet, so I get it. It just be causing too much. You will take a small situation to turn into something so big all because of some fans, bro. No. You ain't gonna get it like that. A fan ain't never gonna be able to hype me up to get me to do something or get me to turn something that's so small into something that's big, bro. You will never see it.
Yeah, and it's a bad look, like the G Herbo situation, like you said. Like, you don't want to be that controllable, you know? Hopefully people took that part about it, out of it.
It's that easy to get under your skin?
Yeah, exactly. Because once somebody can get under your skin and control you, they can control you forever, man. They'll still use that same tactic, throwing something up in your face, whatever, man. And you give them that, you're letting them win, even though it feels like you're taking the loss in the short run, right?
Yeah, you letting everybody know that you easily trigger.
Mm-hmm.
I know if I walk past you and throw these rakes up in your face, I'm about to get stole off of. I'm finna get some money because I'm suing your ass.
Yeah, exactly.
You feel me? You think he want to be going through that because that person ain't touch him or nothing. Now, if he'd have touched him, I got every right to defend myself. You just put your hands on me, I'm about to beat your ass now. Feel me? But a gang symbol in my face, beat it, dude.
Yeah, nah, that's solid. So we'll see how this plays out. But we know about Chief Keef, man. He keeps quiet, man. He stays in his corner. Think he's in LA. He just really doesn't talk much. But obviously, those two moves made a big statement, right?
And they definitely made some big statements, man. And, you know, only the future will tell what happens behind all of this. Like, what's really going to happen behind this with rap, anything, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see.
All right, so next, Big Mike, I wanted to ask you about this, man. So Lil Durk's situation seems to be getting crazier and crazier because prosecutors claim that someone told a cellmate who was an informant that Durk allegedly placed a $70,000 bounty and planned to raise it on to get the shooting death of Stephon Mack carried out. Now, what did you think about this when you heard this news?
That goes on all the time. They put a certain person in your cell that's trying to get out of jail.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And dudes in jail is like, people be wanting to connect with their sellers. Like, this guy I gotta be in here with, this guy I gotta live in this cell with, so it's like, let me try to get to know this dude, see how he is, feel him out. Know that when I go to sleep, you know what I'm saying, I ain't gotta worry about him trying to stab me up in my sleep or smack me with a soap sock or something like that. So you get to engage in each other. Y'all get to having a conversation or whatever. And you know, dudes get to talking. You know what I'm saying? People get to talking. And once you get so comfortable, you get to talking about what you ain't supposed to be talking about. because you want this dude who probably done told you, they done put an informant in your cell. This dude done told you he from up north, so well. So now you know he don't know nothing about what's going on out south. Now he asking you little random questions. You ain't thinking nothing of it because you been in here with this. Y'all already been, you know what I'm saying, conversating with each other. And you to end up get to talking about some shit and now you done said something you weren't supposed to say. Now that confidential informant done just heard that out your mouth and just went back and told them people what he done heard out your mouth. Now, you know what I'm saying, you done just gave them some info because you want to talk to yourself.
We done seen this play out so many times, like especially, man, you know, me covering this stuff and blogging and all that, you see this play out so many times that it's like they put a guy who's an informant in the cell and then somebody is just talking freely like they are when they in lockup, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, telling stories, everybody do whatever, you know what I mean? And then next thing you know, you come to find out that, one of those guys in the lockup was, he was an informant. And that's what they're saying. This dude was in there for Lil Durk. So they're saying this might be also a big nail in the coffin for Lil Durk, man. This might be some additional information where they could really, put Lil Durk out there to dry. But I have yet still seen anything concrete. That's still secondhand information.
Yeah.
So I don't know how this plays out. Now, here's a question. Is jail talk one of the biggest ways people accidentally build cases against themselves?
Yeah. It's jail talk and on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Dudes get on the phone and they just, when that call go through, it says this call is subject to recording and monitoring. So if you got a case and just like the situation with me and Vaughn, they played a jail recording between me and Vaughn that we had, basically saying we was trying to, get in cahoots to get rid of one of the witnesses to, tarnish the prosecutor case. You know what I'm saying? So those are instincts when you on the phone, you got to be mindful of what you doing on that phone or what you saying on that phone, because they is listening and they will be able to play those back in court. And yes, it will be admissible.
Now, in your situation, when they played it in court, did you feel shocked or what? How did you?
I was shocked because, mind you, we didn't even really say nothing about what was going on. You feel me? Like, we didn't incriminate ourselves for nothing on that call. What we were saying was basically, that's the witness that they got that's saying, you know what I'm saying, that they saw the type, you know what I'm saying? So we was basically saying like how we could get that person discredited. On the tape, it wasn't no, we trying to kill nobody or nothing like that. We like, man, we try, like how we get that person discredited. Like, you know what I'm saying? Do that person got an active case going on right now and receiving, you know what I'm saying, a lesser sentence or anything in order to, you know what I'm saying, get down on us. So we looking for ways to discredit them to break the case apart. You feel me? So they tried to use it against us, but when they played it in court, you know what I'm saying, any smart person will know that we weren't talking about killing no witnesses or none of that.
That's crazy, man.
But this is what they doing. They sticking dudes in your cell and they gonna record them phone calls. When they feel like they need to build, they like, man, we need something else. They go like, all right, we finna monitor the phone calls. All right, let's try to stick somebody in his cell with him. You know what I'm saying? See if he get loose. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do.
That's crazy, man. So in a situation like that, where you see Lil Durk, it's usually, and I just thought about this, it's usually, in these cases, it's the person themselves. Like, it's usually, they talk, like, let's say, like, there was a case out in LA that was real big, and the guys who ended up getting locked up because their informant was put in the jail cell, they talked to them themselves. In this case, they're saying it's somebody else talking to the informant, not Lil Durk. So do you think that's a weaker case?
It is weaker because this ain't coming out of Lil Durk's mouth. This coming out of somebody else's mouth. And is that person credible?
Yeah, good point.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, y'all sent a confidential informant in but is the person that the confidential informant went in there and start running his mouth, is he credible though? Like, can you actually use that, present that to a jury? Like, yeah, this person said this. That's hearsay, but they is using hearsay. So.
Yeah, and it seems like, man, it seems to be going on a lot. Like,
they using hearsay a lot.
News releases. It makes me think, you know what I'm saying? I'm putting on my blogger hat here. It makes me feel like they're releasing all this stuff on purpose to make Lil Durk's case look worse than it is.
Oh, yeah. And then they, like when you doing a trial and stuff like that, people always, they always encourage the jury not to pay attention to what's going on the internet and stuff. But you think when you tell them that they ain't went and did it already, some of them jurors already going there with their mind made up, bro. They know who the that man is. All they done heard about him, that'll a juror make up his mind just off of what they done heard or seen on the internet. What all he been involved with. Not actual evidence, though.
It seems like, man, that Lil Durk, I still see, man, his case, man, him still having a fighting chance in this situation.
I do too. A lot of it is hearsay, you feel me? Now, a lot of them other that's on that case, their ass might go down.
Now, let's talk about that. So what do you think about OTF Didi's situation in this case?
I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. I with Didi, you know what I'm saying? Me and bro was cool. Like, I don't want to see him take no hit for this case. Feel me? Like, he was in there for so long, fighting that case for so long with the PD, and then when he was able to get his lawyer, he ended up beating it. So having to come home after that and all the shit that bro done went through with the whole situation, you know, the viral that he had going on or whatever, to go down on this and have to spend the rest of your life in there is crazy, bro, behind some crazy ass.
Yeah. Now, and you've got blogs and stuff coming out every day trying to find the informant, trying to find this informant and that informant. And we keep hearing the same names, you know? You keep hearing OTF Vonnie, you keep hearing OTF Jam, you hear Didi sometimes. But, you know, I haven't seen anything officials claiming that any of them are really an informant or whatever. But there's a lot of paperwork that's been released that's a little sketchy. So what do you think of some of these allegations out here?
I mean, they could be true, and they could just be, you know what I'm saying, the prosecutors is fishing. You know what I'm saying? They on the fishing expedition. But, I mean, if they is, that's on them. You feel me? If they is cooperating, that's on them. Maybe it's something that they then decided, like, I ain't going down for this goofy ass nigga type. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what could be going through Vonnie, Jam, or Didi head right now because I'm not in there with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not facing the death penalty or life in prison. So I can't even say, you feel me? All this shit just might be a fishing expedition. All of this might be, or it's everybody fending for themselves.
Now, what do you think about the Diamond Grillz allegation? Now, authorities say that Diamond Grillz were tied to alleged rewards in the case. Do you think flashy gifts are being reframed as criminal evidence nowadays?
Man, you can't do that because you don't even know what that was for. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I be saying when people would just do anything, they look for anything to tie on you, anything to put on you to try to keep you inside them, that 2x4, whatever you want to call it.
I don't know, man. This is an interesting situation, and it seems like every week there's something new that comes up out of this whole Lil Durk situation. Because now there's some talk about somebody from Tay-Town, a guy by the name of Breeze, and another guy getting into it behind this situation. What do you think about all that?
You saying he getting into it behind the Durk situation?
Yeah, it looks like somebody had made a comment about Lil Durk's situation, and now there's a lot of talk amongst different crews about what's going on with Lil Durk and who's actually informing.
Man, that's just everybody chiming in, basically giving their opinion, because don't nobody even, if they knew who the informants was, it'd be blasted all over the internet. The information, the proof, the black and white, all that be all over the internet. Everybody just giving their opinions right now on who telling and who not.
Nah, that's facts. That's facts. Now, all right, man. So next, I wanted to ask you one last thing about this, and that really has to do with, something that's totally actually outside of this situation, man. Now, there's a rapper from Memphis who is huge by the name of GloRilla. Everybody know GloRilla, like. But now she's got a sister that's
BrolRilla.
Yeah, that's blowing up by the name of BrolRilla. And BrolRilla got famous, went on TMZ and everything, and her name was trending because she put out GloRilla for not sending her any type of money since she blew up. She said she just wanted $2,500 after all the blowing up and things like that. She's gone on social media and said that she's made $200K. So what do you think about this whole BrolRilla, GloRilla situation? Because at first it felt like hating.
She did what she's supposed to do. Now imagine, she may be lying. She may be lying about GloRilla not looking out for her like that. She probably wanted more. She probably wanted way more than what a wanted to give him, or she expected way more. Or it might be some personal from when they was little. GloRilla probably, well, sister, she like, I'm giving you some money for you. Blood don't make us family. I'm not obligated to give you. But the BrolRilla then took advantage of the whole situation and blew up, and she making all this money. She doing interviews like that. She doing her thing. Now she then just went from BrolRilla to BrolRilla.
that
money
switch
now.
Up was quick.
She got some money now.
It's been about a week tops, maybe two, you know what I'm saying?
And she blowing up off of just doing that. And she got people responding to her. I heard somebody sent her $2,500. Was it Tory Lanez?
I believe it was Tory Lanez. That was the news.
Yeah, sent her $2,500. So, you know what I'm saying? She done made it to where she got celebrities reaching out, sending her money. She doing interviews. DJU interviewed her. Like, everybody taking advantage of the situation, and they helping blowing her up though. But she getting in where she fit in. She got some money now. I ain't mad at her.
I ain't mad at it either, man. It seems like a good marketing strategy, even though at first it was kind of like, all right, GloRilla's probably trying her best to, just survive in this rap game, and now you got a family member coming out against her. But it looks like they've even made up since then, right?
Yeah, then it's like, did they make up? Hold on. What? Did they make up?
I thought I saw a picture of them recently where they made up, where GloRilla and her sister.
In the picture, they had like some stacks of money?
Yeah.
That's AI.
Okay, that's AI?
It's AI,
okay.
Man. That's okay. AI. It said it in the caption.
Okay. Yeah. I was looking at the blogs.
Yeah, because I was just about to say, like, damn, I know they ain't get back cool that fast, bro.
Yeah. The funny part is they look just alike, except for the one has the short hair and the other has the long hair. It's wild to see them into it like this, man, over this money. But what do you think the obligation is, or what is the requirements for, hey, I'm after I blow up, how much can you take care of your family without making it a personal loss in yourself?
I mean, me personally, it ain't nothing that I want to do, especially for my immediate family. Now, everybody know I'll do anything for cousins or anything, but my immediate family, they gonna get whatever. My money is there. If I got $1 million, I'm giving Wooski $100,000, Jay Shooter $100,000, my mama $100,000, my sister $100,000, my other sister $100,000. Put a little money up in the account for my little brother. He going to college and you feel me? That money would have got split up quick as hell, because that's how much I don't give a about it. I'm doing it to be able to take care of my people. You know what I'm saying? But it is certain people, that's family members, that's blood family members, that know they can't call me. I'm not obligated to do for you. Like, you already know what's up. Like, I definitely got family members that is now.
Yeah, and everybody has those, man. Everybody has those.
Straight up. So when I blow up, I'm supposed to take care of that family member that I don't like. I don't be around. We don't talk. We don't got each other number. None of that. So because I blow up, I'm obligated to take care of this. That's my family. Man, go either and get this shit how I got it.
Exactly, man. And subconsciously, those people know that. Come on, man. Like anybody you into with, you're not friends with, you don't expect them to blow up and do something for you. Just like how you see the Tracy Morgan situation happen, where the dude who used to bully him or whatever is kind of a bum now. You know, he's down on his luck. And he saw him outside of a show that Tracy Morgan had in New York. And he's kind of like, come on, man, can you do something for me? And Tracy Morgan's like, dude, I ain't even like you, man. So in the world, you used to bully me when I was a kid. Like, why in the world would I give you some money because you down on your luck? I didn't do that. You did that.
Straight up. Like, watch out, man. I'm not obligated to you to bully on me. You feel? No, I'm cool.
No, that's what's up. Now, with that, Big Mike, once again, man, another epic one, man. And, you know, it wouldn't be right unless I gave you the floor to say what you got to say to the people out there and, you know, shout out anything that you got coming in the future.
Man, shout out to the youngins that's trying to stay out the streets, staying in school. You know what I'm saying? I had a couple of little shorties that been reaching out to me. Every time I do the little speech at the end or whatever, I got a shorty that's going to reach out to me and ask me for advice on something. So I feel like I be doing a good thing. Like, you know, this my way of trying to get back because, you know, shorties be reaching out to me on the internet, asking me questions, trying to figure out, like, you know, what they can do or how they handle, like, it'll present a situation to me and ask me how should they handle it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, shout out to them. You feel me? You know, just stay in school. You feel me? Like I always say, it's other ways to make money than being in the streets. Y'all see the streets washed up. Everybody gonna go to the internet with everything. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna die, you're gonna go to jail. You know what I'm saying? But the main thing, you know what I'm saying? The main thing is, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's just the fathers got to step up for the sons and show them a different way. You know what I'm saying? Like I just seen a video on the internet where a father found some weed in his son's book bag and slit the weed open and pulled it on the ground and told him, like, you're not going my route. I'm paying for you to go to college. You feel me? So it's like, we need more fathers like that out here. You know what I'm saying? We need more fathers like that. And, you know what I'm saying? You know, I got coming up, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get into all types of movies and everything, man. I'm really trying to get this boxing match in, though. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I'm trying to get this boxing match in. I don't get no Aiden Ross. Come holler at me, man. Holler at me, man. Big Mike _ most hated _ That's my Instagram.
The challenge is out there. You know what I'm saying?
The challenge is out there. I want to buck with dude, for real. We need that.
Well, with that, Big Mike, once again, man, I appreciate it. And we out this thing. Peace.
You know that.